what's your
Father will be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace
So
roar.
really I'd better
Beautiful, please don't
Well,
hurry.
maybe just to have a drink.
Put some records on while I'm
The day
bored.
was night.
Baby, it's bad out there.
Say, what's in this
No
drink?
cabs to be had out there.
I wish I knew.
Your
how
eyes are like
to
starlight
break this spell.
now. I'll take your hat, your hair looks
I
right.
won't say no, no.
My
yes.
baby,
At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
what's the sense of it? My pride.
Really can't stay.
Baby, don't hold down. Baby, it's cold outside.
What's up, everyone? It's Thursday, which means Thirsty Thursday. So I did the baby What's in This Drink song that's now banned off radio stations because a joke meme got into the hands of the adult people who can't understand joke memes. Welcome to Jomboy and Jake Radio. Great song. You know what version I like of the song? The Elf version. Jake, how you doing?
Can't believe you play this song.
What do you got? Any thoughts on the whole controversy?
No, man. It's you hit it pretty good. Yeah, you can be mad at anything if you want. I really enjoyed all the follow-up memes that were like, oh, maybe it's cold outside, banned from the radio, but Cardi B's song about eating butt, #1 this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are we really doing here?
Yeah, Ludacris, Rough Sex used to get on the radio. Rough Sex, make it hurt, in the garden, now in the dirt, Georgia Brown, roll around, whatever. That was fine.
That's a good song, though.
Yeah. But do you know that some, like, now people are now that it's actually banned, people have written, like, the bullet points of what happened. And basically, hey, what's in this drink was like a joke phrase back in the 40s.
Yeah.
When you were doing something that you knew, like, you kind of shouldn't be doing.
Right. You're being a little ridiculous. I still use that joke.
Yeah. So you're like, hey, what's in this drink? Why am I acting like this?
What's in this coffee?
So I had, yes. Yeah, you still do use that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. That just rung some memory bells for me.
See?
But yeah, so then, but then it was like a joke because people were like, ooh, it sounds like you roofied her. And it's all good and fun meme. And then the actual, like, parental controls were like, no, that song's about date rape. Meanwhile, Sublime had a song called Date Rape, and the chorus went, if it wasn't for date rape, I'd never get laid. And there was there's no outrage there.
What's wrong with the world, mama?
Dude, do you know that song by Sublime?
I don't. I'm not a huge Sublime guy.
I think I got to read you these lyrics, and then we'll do it in comparison.
You're right. The Elf version is really good.
Yeah, you want to play it? I'll play it.
Yeah. Zoe
and Will.
You love Zoe.
Big Zoe Deschanel fan. But then she did New Girl, and she kind of, like, everyone loved her, so she wasn't my pet love anymore.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Okay. Well, Zoe Deschanel has a band called She and Him, and they do some songs, and they do a rendition of Baby It's Cold Outside. And since I love her version with Will Ferrell from Elf, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like it. It's really not good though. But here's the version from Elf. Can you even hear it?
No.
So really I'd better scurry. Well, maybe just a half a drink more. The neighbors might say, what's in this drink?
Pretty weird movie.
I wish I knew how to break the spell. I ought to say no. At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my
I really can't stay. I'm cold outside.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at that point of the film, we're so convinced by how much Buddy the Elf loves Christmas.
Yeah,
That we're okay with him going into the room while Zoe Deschanel's showering. But then let's go reverse 2018 on Baby It's Cold Outside. Shouldn't they be able to share the bathroom?
Yes, but my question is, when you sing Baby It's Cold Outside, do you sing just one part like Zoe's doing there?
No.
You'd sing both, right?
Yeah.
So she's kind of opening herself up. Someone needs to sing with her.
You're basically inviting someone in the bathroom.
Yeah, you can't sing just one part of a duet and not expect someone else to help you out. So I think that Will was doing the gentlemanly thing there, or Buddy.
Buddy, thank you. Yeah, man, one of my first jobs was doing maintenance on a golf course. And I was low man on the totem pole, so I got all the worst jobs, which were usually raking the bunkers or weed whacking. And raking the bunkers, you'd like. There's a peaceful aspect to it. The only problem is when it's a hot day, you're essentially on a beach, but on a golf course.
Yeah, but you can oddly take pride in raking a bunker. Like, you can rake it up and then step away and be like, I fucking made that bunker look beautiful.
I'm just saying, when it's 95 and humid and you're wearing clothes, it can be miserable. That's why it's the low man job. But I had one of those iPod shuffles with 200 songs. Whenever Baby It's Cold Outside came on, that was awesome, and I loved it because it was singing and it was irony. Like, the people on the golf course are like, "Oh man, he's raking the bunkers. He must be listening to some motivational, some powerful rock or rap or something like that." And then in my head, I'm just sweating away listening to Baby It's Cold Outside. The other one that I'd love was Mr. Roboto. And I don't know why that really was. I think it was the same kind of concept. Like, these people are like, wow, yeah, that's a sucky job. Oh, good thing he gets to wear his headphones. He can listen to some music he likes. And then what's actually happening? I am the modern man. Secret, secret. He's got a secret with parts made in Japan.
Our buddy Nick Proch, what's up, Nick, if you're listening? He would go into musical phases, and he got really into a techno phase. I want to say it's before that became the actual popular music, just that intense rave music. That's what it used to be called. Now there's newer names for it that I'm blanking on, so I probably sound like an old man.
Yeah.
But anyway, I remember walking across campus in college, and Nick had headphones in, and he was just like giddy, just smiling like the Joker, like a closed mouth smile, just walking down campus. I was like, what is he so happy about? And we walked, and he took his headphones out and said, "People have no idea what I'm listening to. It's a rave in my headphones." And I was just like, yeah, man.
As long as you're having a good time.
He's just walking around giddy because people don't know that you're listening to techno music. They would never guess I'm listening to techno right now.
You got them. Because I enjoy the same thing.
Yeah, you were doing the same thing. That's a good movie scene. Like, the audience just watching you from the outside, and you're dancing, raking a bunker on a sweaty day. And then you go in and they put the headphones in, and now it's Baby It's Cold Inside. And you're like, this guy's special.
All right, crazy.
You got anything else? How was your day yesterday?
How was my day yesterday? What was it? My days are still all off.
Yesterday was Wednesday.
Yesterday was Wednesday.
December 19th. My grandma Barbara's birthday.
Just eyeing the holiday.
Today is.
My days are off. Yeah, today's the 20th. Yesterday, what did I do? Did my I watched some of the Knicks game. They looked good at offense on some points, but they got killed. We may talk about that in the Tri-State.
Yeah, what the hell?
Sports.
Stepping on my toes here as the Tri-State news anchor.
You're welcome. What else did I do? Did we record last night? My brain's broken.
We recorded last night. You were a bit fried when we recorded.
Yeah, I was just spent. I did one of those like whole day in the same chair routine. And I'm in an interesting spot today because the Noodle the Doodle dog, my in-house colleague for most days, went to his day camp today because he had to get some shot. And I mean, he goes to day camp, he has a blast.
Mm-hmm.
But so now I'm like, okay, What normally, normally my 2 jobs of the day are doing different podcast stuff and getting involved.
You've lost your audience.
Other job is keeping the dog alive and taking him out periodically. So like, half of that burden has been lifted off my shoulders, but I also don't have anyone to talk to. So we'll see. I've got some house money today. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'll.
You good at talking to your dog? Like, do you just say
yeah.
sentences or full conversations?
I'd say closer to full conversations. I mean, I wouldn't say they're in depth.
I'm full conversation. Same with babies. I was holding my nephew Ike yesterday.
Sure.
And he's not like he doesn't. When he was a real like 6 months, anyone could hold him. But now he's a little more like he knows who his mom is. He knows who his comfort people are.
Right.
And I'm not that because you don't see him all the time.
Right.
But I'll power through that. I'm like, dude, you can cry a little bit because I'm going to get you through this. I got no qualms. And I just talk his ear off, man. I was telling him all about everything.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I was like, do people think that's weird? I'm like, no, I think you got to talk to your pets and your dogs. Otherwise, why have them? Your pets and your dogs when I was talking about my nephew.
But you said this the other day when that girl got her goldfish confiscated that you wouldn't talk to the goldfish.
Oh, I wouldn't talk to the goldfish, no. Because
go.
the goldfish can't react. Like Zimmer yesterday, he hadn't seen me in a while, so he was putting his head on my lap and trying to cuddle. Like the goldfish isn't doing that.
You don't know. Have you had a goldfish?
Oh, I've had plenty of goldfish. You think I don't win games at carnivals? What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, what's the longest period of time you've had a goldfish? Or a fish in general? Because I'm going under 48 hours.
Oh, no. We had fish when I was growing up. And I had a fish tank somewhere. My aunt and uncle had a carnival fish for like 10 years. It refused to die. They were trying to kill it at the end.
Ooh.
They just stopped feeding it. It's goldfish, man.
Have you seen PETA? PETA's at it again.
What are they doing? I love
PETA. Came out. I'll let you look it up. PETA came out with a sex tweet, basically. They literally said, if you're a vegan, you're better at sex. And then they have a video, like left side is a meat eater finishing his sex a little too quickly. And on the right side is just a pair of vegans going at it. It's
this is porn.
porn.
They just put softcore porn.
Yeah.
Is there scientific truth to this?
I don't think so. But I think it got the conversation going.
I mean, the vegan looks like, I'm taking the non-vegan side of this tweet just to get me in and out. Vegans basically doing a workout.
Yeah. I mean, there are humans that like that, but
Vegan's Twitter biopic is a big turkey or rooster, and it's pretty good. All right, we're gonna pivot.
Oh, know what I watched 70% of last night?
Adam Sandler stand-up.
Ellen DeGeneres' stand-up.
Was it good?
It's good.
Recent or old?
New. Recent. I will say there's some of it that, I mean, she's a 60-year-old woman now. Mm-hmm. So there's some
used to be at one point a 40-year-old woman.
Yes, that's true. But dude, Ellen does have her own way of like going about things. It's pretty funny. She opened up a little corny, but it ended up getting good. But at the same time, there's still a little bit. It was in Seattle. I mean, the audience I think was like 90% female. So there's a couple jokes that get like rolling laughs that you're like, okay.
Yeah, but you got to forgive crowds because things are always funnier in person.
Oh yeah, and that's fine, and I encourage that. I'm just saying it was a much different demographic than myself. So, there'd be a laugh where I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's a joke. And the crowd is, oh, sports bras are hard to put on. And it's like, okay, that one's going to be tough for me to relate to.
So but then you grab one of Jess's and figure it out?
I was already wearing one of Jess's.
Need the support. All right, we are going to...
you didn't say anything. You mentioned your grandma's birthday.
Yeah, my grandma's got 2 birthdays now because we did one with the whole family, and then we did last night with just like the local family.
Right.
But Grams is hilarious. She's I just don't know her age. 88. She loves dessert.
Who doesn't?
She's like really funny about how much she loves dessert. Like if you give her a little slice, she'll look at you and be like, "Why can't I have more?"
Right.
And you give her more, and she's like, "Okay, I guess this is good." You know, I got to do a sit-down interview with my grandma again because I've had her on podcast twice, and they always lead to just wild shit.
Sure.
The suicide thing, that was wild. That's a Just Talking episode. Go listen to that. All right, we are going to pivot to sports. You ready?
Yep.
The Knicks lost to the 76ers with a score of 131-109. It's been 25 calendar days since the Knicks have won a game in regulation. First-round pick Kevin Knox dropped 21 points in 35 minutes, though. So, hey, the Nets are streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. They go on a 7-game win streak, and this is coming off the heels of an 8-game losing streak. The Nets are streakers. Marist College beat New Hampshire 58-49. That's a low-scoring game. In the battle of Catholicism, the patron saint of love and loyalty beat the patron saint of animals 86-52. The undefeated season rolls on for St. John's and our buddy Albert. Felt good about that one.
It did feel good. I'm surprised you went with the streaking joke there.
Just because it's overused doesn't mean it's not funny. Will Ferrell's great.
Right.
Yeah, we've been going long on our updates, and I try to make them just a minute for Instagram.
Sure.
I don't know if you saw this the other day on the Instagram, Jomboy and Jake Radio. Go follow it on Instagram. Support us. I instead of trying to chop up your 1 minute national news to make it into 1 minute, I just sped it up. So your voice is like this the whole time you're doing the 1 minute thing. It made me laugh. I just gave you the helium voice, but it shouldn't make you laugh, but it's very funny.
Internet got a little choppy with me, so I just got intermittent helium voice and other comments. So it's tough.
Instead of chopping up your national news report to make it fit into 1 minute, I just sped the whole thing up.
Right.
Which made your voice sound like you were on helium, which made me laugh.
I'm glad.
Like such a dumb schoolyard laugh.
I'm happy you're happy, man.
Where do you want to go in Tri-State news? You want to talk about the Knicks? You tweeted out that they look good.
The first quarter, their offense looked good. They were making shots. Like in the first quarter, I think they were shooting like 60%, but I think the Sixers were shooting like 70% or something like that. The good news is your buddy Knox, Jim, his past 6 games, he's averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds. So as a rookie, that's pretty good. So that's been good to see. Frank was out there. He looked solid in some stretches. Ya boy, Frank.
Yeah, I didn't even look at his game log. I'm going to go pull this up. But I will say, I was looking at Knox, and I saw he had 21. I was like, that's pretty good. So I wanted to see if that was his career high. Since he's a rookie, he's only played like 20 games. It's not.
Right.
It's like his third. He dropped 26 a couple times too. So good for Kevin Knox.
Yeah, Knox is starting to figure it out. He had an early injury that he missed some time, and he was just getting into the flow of it. And Fizdale was doing some different stuff. Yeah, he has to be playing 35 minutes a night, even if he has bad games. But he looks really solid. He's got Jim, I'll pass this to you because
Wait, this is a good line from Frank here. Frank played good yesterday.
Well, no, he looked. I don't even know what the line is. I don't have the box score in front of me. But
2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 points.
Yeah, he was out there. Yeah, we'll take that. Do you know what Knox fully looks like? Like I know you've made a Knox shirt, but
yeah, he's got a big forehead.
He's he looks like he has a soft body, but dude, he can jump.
Well, he's young, right? Wouldn't that just kind of be youth? Like Frank looks like he's got a soft body too.
Yeah, but something about Frank looks like Frank's got some muscle mass and that kind of stuff. I mean, Knox looks like he wouldn't be extremely athletic, but he is, and that's been cool to see. So I don't know. The Knox stuff is really good. He looks good, and we're still losing. We're fighting for picks, baby. Meanwhile, your Brooklyn Nets are a half game out of that 8th Eastern Conference spot, Jim.
Yep. I went with the streaking thing because my best friend Jared Dudley,
right,
tweeted out like, "We're streaking.
We streaking
through the quad into the gymnasium." But they are streaking. I didn't realize they lost 8 before they won 7. That's a
tough.
crazy way to. That's for fans. That's a crazy way to live.
Right. Like how many fans after the 8-game losing streak were like, well, thought we had a chance this year. Fire the coach.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm trying to pull up this.
Have you seen the Nets coach? I think you'd like him.
Streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody! Come on, Snoop!
Bring your green hat.
Bring your green hat. Let's go. Come on.
Bring your green hat's the best line.
That's a good line.
Let me look up the Nets.
Look at the Nets coach. He's got like a bad, like worn out salesman look to him, which I know is.
Oh yeah, this dude looks like he's been selling used cars in the rain.
Kenny Atkinson. Like what is it? What's going on with his hair?
It's just bad, man. If your hair could look like that if you weren't active on taking care of your hair game. Like, you do a pretty good job with what you're given. He's doing a poor job. I think you guys might be given the same thing. Is that rude to say? I'm trying to compliment you.
Yeah, I mean, to the outside listener, it might not sound like it.
No, dude. He's this dude. Yeah, this dude looks like his wife said, "Don't come home until you sell a car," and he's been out there for a full weekend in the rain just trying to sell a car.
I'm like, what's up with that? Like, you're the head coach of a New York-based team. Like, and dude, you gotta bring it a little more than that.
I respect him not caring. It's like the old thing with super smart people, Gates and Jobs and Zuckerberg. Like, you find one outfit and one look, and it's all about making sure you don't get decision fatigue. So you just do the same thing every morning. So this dude is like, I'm just going to put 2 handfuls of gel in my hair, run the comb back once, and then that's all I do in the morning, and I'm never going to think about it again.
My mother's dream is for me to go straight slick back hair, and it looks so bad on me.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Looks so bad. The only thing I've been kind of happy about with my with our Crooklyn Nets, this is like kind of real sports, so you won't love it too much. But D'Angelo Russell was like he was like talented, but he was statistically one of the worst players in the league, and I've been in his camp from the start, so he's been playing pretty well this year. So I'm happy. Still has a really high usage rate, Jim.
Nice. I was looking at the Mets roster and all that stuff the other day yesterday when they beat the Lakers. I was like, who's on the Nets?
Right.
Like, I should know some stuff. And then
let's get you a favorite player on the Nets.
No, I recognize D'Angelo
outside
Russell.
of Dudley.
Yeah, Dudley's my favorite player, and that's because he bought me a shot once. It was free.
Right.
Who isn't it? Oh, Napier, Shabazz. Boom.
Yeah, little homie Baz.
Little homie Baz. Was that his actual nickname, or is that what?
Like the guys on the team used to call him that.
Yeah, the guys on the team. That's
Which is awesome.
That's a really good nickname, little homie Baz.
Like you need, like, if you're a little guy point guard, that's about as high quality as a nickname you're gonna get.
Yeah. You got anything on St. John's beating St. Francis? 2 Saints.
I'm happy for St. John's. I mean, at this point, you saw the passionate conversation that Albert and I had about his St. Johnny's. I'm happy for them. I'm interested to see them get into the Big East tournament play.
I'm rooting for St. John's. Like, here's my list of teams I'm rooting for. Central,
right?
Then St. John's and UConn are split. Because what Albert did on Twitter, I didn't read every word, Albert, because like I honestly don't care about St. John's, but I care about Albert's enthusiasm for St. John's now. Like I'm gonna get behind that because he was all in, like a 3-tweet thread, 3-tweet thread. Speech impediment coach didn't get that one. So yeah, I was impressed by his love for St. John's.
Was using all 140 characters. Was real into it.
It's getting after it. I was like, okay, Albert, you laid your chips on the table, and he wasn't doing it in like an argumentative way.
No,
it was just like, listen, you want to talk St. John's? I'll talk to you. I was like, I think I'll do it, and you listen. But I'm rooting for St. John's.
Jimmy, I'm forgetting, and I've got another reason for us to root for Brooklyn. I forget if you got caught up in this. Do you remember Prigioni? He was on the Knicks for a little bit. He was this old Italian guy.
He refused to shoot. I remember him.
Yeah, he refused to shoot. Yeah, that's right. And we used to compare him to like the old guy at the gym that was like crazy fit. Like he'd just be on the elliptical for like 15 hours. He's an assistant coach on the Nets. So I'm rooting for that now. Because, dude, he was hilarious on the court.
We'd have wide open layups and dish it back to like Carmelo, who wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. And I love the fact he didn't come to the NBA until he was age 35.
Dude, got to make sure you're not going to get homesick.
Yeah, no, I'm a really good age 35. I'm a really good 9th best player on the team. You guys should have seen me when I was 28.
Time to check out This America.
Come on, man. What were you doing?
If you were to be the patron, would you rather be the patron saint of love and loyalty, or would you rather be the patron saint of animals?
Ooh, that's tough. You probably have to go love and loyalty, because I think you could twist that better into the animals. You can't twist love of the animals king into love and loyalty. Would you rather be the patron saint of warriors? No. That's what I am. Yeah? Well, that's Vincent? No, Saint Michael, my confirmation name. Saint Michael. Your confirmation name has to be a saint. Right. So I chose Saint Michael, who's the patron saint of warriors. Because I'm a fucking warrior. Hear me roar. All right, national news. Here we go. Two huge NFL stories break. The Carolina Panthers are shutting down Scam Newton because his shoulder was clearly hurt real bad from the throws he was doing. Good for you, Cam. Take a play off, buddy. In bigger news and keeping it with the QBs, Patrick Mahomes signs a deal with Hunt Ketchup to have him be a sponsor for them. So that's good, guys. Your Houston Rockets break the NBA record for 26 three-pointers hit in a game. How about that, James? And in Major League Baseball, Cuban baseball and Major League Baseball reach an agreement that Cuban players can sign without defecting and, sneaking and wading through the waters and crazy stories, which I think I want to say we're 1% mad we're going to miss the crazy stories, but we're happy that they don't have to go through that. Is that the end? You tell me, guy. You went in a different order. No more crazy Cuban defect stories, but like El Duque sucked for him and Orlando Hernandez. But then Yasiel Puig's story truly sucked. Like he paid the cartel. Yeah. And he was stuck in a hotel room for like a month with his girlfriend and couldn't leave. Kidnapped. And then he owed the cartel part of his contract and stuff. So Puig's got to be like, what the fuck? Why couldn't you have reached this before I had to go through that hell? I don't think so. I think the guys that are currently here and did do that stuff, they're going to be like the final heroes. Yeah. Well, one of them just came over. I forget who it was. Moncada. Someone came over because the Cuban national team was like playing in America, and he just got off the bus and was like, I'm here now. Yeah, it got a little ridiculous. There was,
It's like-
it was. I mean, I don't want to say it as a shot at Cuba because they weren't doing good guy stuff, but towards the end there, you're totally right. Like it was like, oh, we're playing a game in Canada. I'm gone.
Yeah.
All right.
See, I'm gonna better my life.
Like, what was the Cuban? Like, there's a little part of me that the Cuban national team was like, they knew this was happening.
Yeah, the assistant coach was like, "We're gonna go. All right, Ricky. I think you got to go to the bathroom one more time."
Yeah, we're all gonna go out to dinner out this door. Oh, did you forget? I think you forgot your hat at the end of the hallway.
Yeah,
with
Rubio
the agents over there.
Yeah, Rubio tries to get off. The coach is like, you got a lot of skill left on the table. Like you're not good enough yet.
Skill.
He's like, oh, I don't care about baseball, coach. I just want to get out of Cuba.
Yeah, I'm just trying to ditch.
But that's good. That's actually really good because Cuban players, there's a lot of Cuban players, so more good baseball players that don't have to risk their lives and lose touch with their families. Good shit.
Hey, you're a history guy.
Mm-hmm.
Does all the Cuba stuff get you going? Like, I know you're a homebody, but
no, I've never dived into like our relations with Cuba and stuff like that. If that's what
okay. Interesting.
Bay of Pigs.
Yeah,
I know about all of it, but it's interesting.
I feel like there's got to be a lot of stuff there you would love. I mean, it's kind of this isolated, cut-off country that's just almost a U.S. island.
I think it was about to get worked out, and then they shot JFK, I think.
Well, I don't even care about that part, but just like being there, I think there's some good history stuff, and it's not like traveling. Like
oh, I don't want to. I don't want to go to Cuba. It's too hot.
Oh, the winter.
Maybe I don't think they have winters. I do know that the way that the U.S. found out that the Russians were set up in Cuba, which is what really pissed us off, is they had satellite maps, and there was more soccer fields than baseball fields, and they were like, Cubans don't play soccer; they play baseball. Russians play soccer, so Russians got to be there. So sports,
deportes.
That is cool. You count baseball fields when you fly? You have a window seat? Yeah, this is like, I thought it was unique to me, and then it was all over the internet, and it's not unique to me because like baseball Twitter does it. Like when you're flying and you're landing, and you look out the window and you just see all the baseball fields, and you count how many there are.
Oh, I don't count. I mean, I'm just paralyzed. I just stare at the baseball fields and golf courses and everything.
Yeah, it's cool. Like you count sometimes, you get up to like 70 before you land. You're like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's close. That when you're in landing mode on an airplane, that's like my heaven. Like every other, not organism, everything else on me just turns off, and I'm just like every little kid cool thought is just paralyzing my brain. Like, wow, look how small that car looks from here. Is that a Target?
I love just looking at how the land is squared off when you land in the Midwest and stuff, and you're like, wow, that's fucking. They really did square off these bitches.
Yeah. Amen.
Any other news we got? Mahomes signs a deal with Hunt. I think this is a terrible look for Mahomes. I hope he got good money because, I mean, that's a clear number 2. It's like choosing to play in the minor leagues when the MLB exists.
Yeah,
my mom gave me Hunt ketchup the other day, and I was like, "What are you doing? Why'd you buy Hunt ketchup? We poor now?"
Wow. Well, I think Hunt has ties in the Midwest, in the Kansas City area, and he had a quote. Dude, being an athlete, man, he like literally last week he said something like, "Yeah, I love having ketchup with my steak and mac and cheese," and then a week later he's a brand ambassador for Hunt's.
It's like Marshawn Lynch and Skittles.
Yeah. I mean, if I was an athlete, I think literally every other week I would do if I was McCutcheon, he loves doing these videos or something, I would do like a Wayne's World-esque, like
fake advertiser,
fake ad just until they keep signing me.
Yeah, I'm going to do it with pistachios soon enough.
Yeah. Aren't you done with pistachios?
Well, when baseball season comes around, maybe I'll be back.
You're going to go back?
I can't do it at the pace I was doing it that 1 week.
Right.
Because it was disgusting.
But I mean, when you say week, but even in a day, I mean, what's your minimum pistachios you're honestly going to put down?
Well, towards the playoffs, I was doing like one pistachio and at bat,
Right.
which wasn't that many.
One possession at back, carry the one. Yeah.
Only when I was live on Periscope too.
Right.
That's not true. If they're in front of me, I'll eat them.
Yeah, you gonna eat them.
I think Hunt makes most of its money signing deals with restaurants who then takes out their ketchup and puts it in Heinz bottles and serves it to customers.
Ooh.
I do.
Hot take.
Hunt sucks.
Hunt sucks.
Hunt sucks. Is that it? Should I call it? Do you have any more national news?
Well, the only thing, and Jim, I don't know if you want to look this up because I know this doesn't really have your go. But look at the NBA standings real quick. The Western Conference is insane. There 14 out of 15 teams are at least around 500 and like want to be in the playoffs. And then the worst team is the Suns, who have now won 4 straight, and they beat the Celtics last night. The West is insane. The Knicks are actually in contention for a really high lottery pick. So right now is keep those losses coming time.
Holy shit.
Do you like that? Like, that's kind of fun, right?
It's weird how unbalanced it is.
It's insane.
I didn't realize the Bulls were that bad.
Yeah, dude, the Bulls. I think we touched upon it, and maybe I'll have you look more into it another time. But they fired their coach, and they brought in a new guy coach who'd said like tough guy, new guy coach stuff. He's like, yeah, we got to get back to basics with this team. We need to be better conditioning. We got to run more. And then like right after that, they had a team only meeting that was like, nah,
yeah,
we're not into that.
Yeah. This ain't college.
No, coach. So yeah, sports.
Ooh, halftime. Nice. I'll get my yawns out now. We do this in the morning. My dad said he doesn't like when we yawn because it makes it seem like it's just not energetic. But sometimes you got to yawn.
Sometimes you have to yawn.
My coffee's better today. Thanks for tagging Katie in that video yesterday.
Oh, had to.
Yeah. She was like,
Your
what the hell? It was really bad coffee.
That was one of the worst faces I've seen you make.
She didn't drink any. Well, because it's coffee, man. Like, you're going into it to like, yes, this is going to wake me up.
Right.
And you're like, oh, woke me up in the worst way possible.
Wake
me anything?
up.
I'm excited. I love Christmas time. So, like, I admit it. Have this weird, like, every day I wake up and I'm like, okay, is it? But now usually I'd be off this week and I'd just be hanging out with my family. I enjoy doing the radio show and everything like that. I'm excited for tomorrow's episode, which is going to be all Christmas stuff.
I mean, the timing lined up really well. I in my humble opinion, like the people that have to work Christmas Eve, that sucks a little bit. But I mean, I think the majority of the world is going to be off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
it's
what I
nice.
mean?
It's better than having like a Thursday Christmas.
Yeah,
it's weird. That's weird. I'm missing my little buddy Reef's got a little like a pageant at his school today. Right now, I think he's just like singing songs, and there's going to be a Santa Claus there. My dad was going to be the Santa, but he had to go to a meeting.
What a loser!
Been fun. Would have been fun. So call in 908-845-5792. I'll tweet it out. If you got any Christmas tales.
Pageant's not the right word.
Christmas pageant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
What do you mean? Pageant's like a competition. They're having a singing contest with these 5-year-old kids or however old Reef is?
No, I mean, yeah, there's credence to what you're saying, but I always heard it called the Christmas pageant. I think there's different kinds of pageants. I think a pageant is just a public event. But like they do, like the 4th grade class comes out and sings a song. The 2nd grade class comes out and sings a song.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm okay with it. It's an event. Pageant's a fun word, though. I'll allow it. I mean, I'm not going to get nitpicky about that. When you said pageant and then you said singing, I was like, holy smokes.
No. So a pageant, this is interesting because a pageant is Public entertainment consisting of a procession of people. So like it's one event, then the next event, then the next event. So it doesn't have to be a competition, but that is the most commonly, a beauty pageant's the most common.
Right.
But yeah, Christmas pageant. That was weird because you made me question it, but I was like, that's what they're called.
Yeah, I mean, I support it, but I'm glad we talked about it.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
I know it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
A neo-Nazi couple who named their baby Adolf have now been jailed and released from being able to speak to their son, Adolf. A man admits to having sex with a dead body at the Great Bar Funeral Home, and a bell ringer named David Kelly was reportedly rolling around in the parking lot shouting, "I am John Wayne!" As 2 female officers approached with tasers. Kelly allegedly thrust his lips and said, "Ladies." A Florida man tried to pay for McDonald's with a bag of weed. And Hot Jafar from the new Aladdin has fans saying they are going to root for the villain because he's just so hot. We also have a LaCroix theft that went viral. All right, Jake. I don't think these are the best stories, but it's what the day gave us. People are on better behavior, I think, it's Christmas time. Well, actually, some of these are really deprived. But what you want to do, LaCroix theft? Do you want to do it right away?
Right now, I'm staring at Hot Jafar, and I kind of need your thoughts on this because his body, he's got a hot boy body. The face hair thing isn't doing a ton for me, Jen.
So they're making a new Aladdin. Will Smith is playing the genie, and there's a bunch of people playing all the other things. I think he's got a nice beard, but this movie looks god-awful.
It's tough. I mean, how close Will Smith is looking to Sinbad was circling the internet the other day.
No, it looks terrible. This movie looks horrendous.
I mean, I'm rooting strong for Aladdin because I feel like Aladdin is up there on people I can relate to. Jasmine might be my number one hottie of all hotties all time, and this Elizabeth Moss lady looks pretty good.
Elizabeth, that's her name, Elizabeth Moss. That's the girl from Mad World.
Or no,
Mad Men.
I think I totally lied. Or is it?
Elizabeth Moss is the one from. She's the Scientologist from Mad Men.
Excuse me, Naomi Scott.
Naomi Scott. You've always confused her.
Yeah.
Is she? Because the cartoon Jasmine. I mean, it's tough to. She's pretty good looking.
Well, I mean, I've said this story on there a few times. Yeah, I like what Naomi Scott.
Oh, she was in Power Rangers.
Oh, Jake, I'm sure Naomi Scott's so happy to hear you like what she's putting out.
She's probably not unhappy.
But I mean, Princess Jasmine's up there. That's all time.
Mm-hmm.
Is this gonna be bad? It's
gonna be so bad, man. Have you seen how the
Why'd they go with real people?
That's the new trend. Disney, like Lion King's real, but
Lion King's not real people.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. It's the live action, but they're gonna be like just very good, very very good HD.
Right. Like, why aren't we doing that with Aladdin?
Because Aladdin was human beings. Like, I should have said not.
Right.
I shouldn't have said Lion King. I should have said Beauty and the Beast.
Right. Beast was good, though.
No, but this is going to be a bad movie, and without Robin Williams, the original's a bad movie.
Yeah, that's a great point. You know what? I give Will Smith credit. He's going for it. I mean, that's an unthinkable. And I mentioned this with Mrs. Doubtfire. Like, when they try to remake Mrs. Doubtfire, my only hope is Adam Devine to possibly represent that character at all.
This movie is going to be bad. Have you seen, there's plays on YouTube of how the genie is supposed to be played and how it was supposed to be played before Robin Williams took the part? And it's just kind of like a effeminate, it's kind of like the guy from Kimmy Schmidt.
Okay.
It's not fun like that. So yeah, But yeah, maybe I'll be rooting for Hot Jafar as well. Let's get into this LaCroix theft that you want to talk about.
I love it. This is we mentioned the baby, it's cold outside stuff. We sometimes in here, an upcoming thing we're going to discuss is a neo-Nazi couple naming their son Hitler. This is what I want 2018 to be about.
But you believe this?
Oh, yes.
I think this is LaCroix marketing.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, don't say that, Jim. I would agree with you until I saw the girl try to sell herself to LaCroix. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
So in her Twitter thread,
well, let's explain what this is first.
Okay. So this girl in all caps tweets out, "I'm talking to a guy who got his LaCroix stolen and the guy who stole his LaCroix. Can you believe this?" So it's 2 Tinder matches with Drew and Raymond, who are both 15 miles away. And then her conversation with Drew is like, "Hey, how are you? Blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm having a great day. I just found this LaCroix on the sidewalk." And they're like, "Wow, that's pretty cool." And then her conversation with Raymond is, "Yeah, I'm not having a great day so far. Someone stole my LaCroix." And so, 15 miles away, that's like the big serial hint. So Jim, that's where she starts going into a video and she's like, "Update. The guys found each other. They're sharing a LaCroix. They got a video of that." And then she starts doing some, I'm a young 18-year-old girl or however old she is. Like, should I be Team Raymond or Team Drew? Blah, 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 which is fun. I mean, I still like that aspect of it. But yeah, there's, I don't know if you're on the thread right now, but there's a couple vids down. There's a video of her like drinking LaCroix, like, "Wow, this LaCroix is good." Like clearly trying to get LaCroix to like loop her in somehow, which I respect. I do the same thing.
Yeah, there's no way this is genuine. They had to have known each other, and it's kind of like they're friends, and they stole each other's drinks. I mean, listen, I'll talk about it. It's a fun story, and we'll do Team Raymond, Team Drew. I just need to get it out there because when this gets found out that like this was all a inside job or not what we think it is,
right?
I don't want to be the chump who believed it because I don't.
Go back to college times because I think that's the other key element that makes this real.
I think this can happen, but I don't think she matched with both and they had the same conversation. Like, who the fuck Tinder?
Dude, it's dating. You try to say just something cute and cheeky as the first couple conversations before you say anything real. So, dude, picture this. It's college. You and me are walking down the street. We're walking back from class. What was the street we lit? 128
Stratford.
128 Stratford Road. We're walking down the street. And we see a box of LaCroix just sitting on the sidewalk. We're snagging it.
Of course. Someone stole my skateboard that I used to ride to classes, like longboard, just because we were moving houses, and that sucked.
Well, I'm sorry about that. Because you and I wouldn't steal a skateboard. But you and I would steal a box of LaCroix if it was just sitting on the sidewalk.
Yeah. One of my favorite jokes in college with Nick, who got mentioned twice now in this episode, was like if someone left their guitar case in a hallway outside a classroom,
right,
I just walk up and pick up the card. Holy shit, Nick! Look what I just found, and start walking away. It's a good joke. Why as you're stealing something? I can't believe I just found this just lying there.
I'm mad. You're skeptical about this. I think this is perfect.
I'm not skeptical. I'm saying it's fake.
Oh well, you're wrong. So that's good. You get that out of your system early. But yeah, I think like when I want to go back and show my grandchildren what was happening in 2018, I want to show them the LaCroix theft story.
23-year-old Jimmy is on the side of the guy who found it. 30-year-old Jimmy is on the side of the guy who got it stolen. And
that's the part that's tough for me, Jim, because I think she's clearly leaning. So yeah, and Raymond and Jim, I'm going to be straightforward with you. Raymond, let me find a picture of him again. I think Raymond and I kind of have a similar, like pre-hair flip. And if I thought I was cool, I think me and Raymond have a similar thing going on. Minus about 15 pounds or so.
How do we know which one's Raymond and which one's the other guy?
Raymond's the brunette. I think that's why I'm into him.
Do I have to click a video?
He's got a young Glaber thing going on, actually. No, you don't have to, but I think she's leaning Kyle. He's kind of cross-eyed. Not cross-eyed. Looks a little wonky. Or, I don't know. Team Raymond till I die.
I also don't like LaCroix, so maybe that's why.
I like LaCroix.
Not a fan.
That's why you're not into this whole story. That makes sense.
No, I just think it's fake.
I think if you like LaCroix, I think you'd be in on this.
It's really good. You know why I like the story? It's really good viral marketing.
Jim, I would be with you if it wasn't like college people. Because this is real life for college people.
Yeah, the whole big community.
A couple 28-year-olds, I'd be like, okay, everybody. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But this is what college kids think life really is.
What do you got on this guy who said he was John Wayne and then thrust his hips at the police officer and said, ladies?
I mean, yeah, I put a couple beers in me. I'm sure there's a couple stories that I have that are like this, minus the taser part.
He was a Salvation Army bell ringer, like raising money. The Salvation Army bell ringer's lost his mind. What's he doing? He's running around screaming that he's John Wayne.
Yeah, been there. Yeah, East Texas, man. East Texas. That's tough. East Texas and West Texas are tough.
Texas.
I like the Texas cities.
All right. The other things, like this couple who named their son Adolf, like I'm glad they're away from their son. That's good job by authorities.
Is the name Adolf fully off the board?
Yeah. Yes.
Like, what if it's
maybe not in Germany, but
if it's a serious family name? Like you guys have a close-knit family. Like, what if you had, before all this, you had a great-grandfather Adolf? I mean, can you make it a middle name? Could you make it a first name and the kid just has to go by like AD their whole life?
I think it's out. I think you can't do it. You know, there was another guy named Adolf Hitler in America. His life just kind of like sucked.
Oh yeah.
But these people are KKK. Like they're like in the Grand Wizard sheets.
Right.
So it's like, okay, obviously.
But I'm trying to get you outside of that. I'm trying to get you close-knit family. Like, isn't little baby Ike, isn't he named after a grandfather or something like that? No,
he's just named Ike. But I think if Adolf's in your family name, then you can slip it, keep it in your family name as a middle name, but the son can't go by Adolf.
Right. Or maybe I think you have to audible. You have to go from Adolf to like
Andrew.
Yeah, that's just eliminating it from the family.
Yeah, I think that's how it happens. All right, one quick T-Quad. We got a lot because I asked on Twitter for a bunch today, and we have more that I didn't even put onto the sheet. You eyeing any questions you want to answer?
I read the news today.
Oh no, we already did that one.
Oh, sorry, I was singing. Let's do this quick hitter, and then I'll let you snag one. I like from @MEG, a known Jake Suxer. Scotch or bourbon?
Big time bourbon guy. Well, no.
I wanted to give this to you because I know you went through a period.
Yeah, I was a whiskey connoisseur.
Yeah, you were not in a hipster way. It was very much a Jimmy O'Brien figuring out what I like.
Yeah,
something I like when you do.
Yes, and there's an interesting second part to this. Yeah, I don't like Scotch at all. I think maybe when I'm older, I'll try it again. But as of right now, because I think old men like Scotch, but I don't like Scotch at all. I like bourbon better than Scotch. I like Irish whiskey. It's my favorite kind of whiskey.
Right.
I don't really like Canadian rye whiskeys. Irish whiskey and the bourbons are my favorite.
I drink anything. That's my drinking skill. A lot of people can chug. A lot of people can drink a lot. My skill is I'll just drink anything. There's no, I don't have tequila, I don't have gin. No, I'll drink it. This is my lifelong struggle of not knowing what I actually like because I normally forget about it. So I drink both. I will say a good scotch, normally pretty expensive, so I don't get that a lot.
Yeah, but we had scotch one night, and I remember like we both couldn't drink it.
Well, it's also you're supposed to drink it a certain way. Like, dude, I had Dallas Jake, who was a little isolated on an island. I got a gift from a company that we worked with, and it was just like a guy being nice. Like, it's when I was traveling a lot, I was doing events for work, and this guy that I helped out a lot, he got me a nice bottle of scotch. And I mean, when I say nice bottle of scotch, it was like $75, which is nice, but I mean,
nice for something you're just going to consume.
Yeah, and I went through a little phase there where I was like, and I think this is a good Jake Jomboy comparison. You dove into the Scotch, whiskey, bourbon world and were like, I'm going to find out like what I like.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I had a bottle of Scotch, and I was more so, okay, old people like this. I'm going to try to class myself up a little bit. I'm going to have, couple nights, I'm going to have 2 glasses of Scotch and see where I land. Dude, and this was, Interstellar came out on Netflix or wherever Interstellar came out.
Yeah.
There was like 3 nights in a row I threw on Interstellar, had like 3 glasses of Scotch, and I was fucked up.
I'm going to finish this. I'm going to figure out what's going on here.
So that was a little heavy, a little dark almost, but
So this is scary, Jake. So I do when I like something, I like figuring out like whiskey. Oh, I'm going to find out what kind of whiskey I like. I did the same thing with
finding out what the mechanism is almost.
I like IPAs. I did a whole on YouTube. I have like tons of videos of me doing an IPA contest. I drank 50 different IPAs, did a whole bracket, pools of 4, winner of the pool went into the bracket. I did this whole thing to find out which IPAs I like and stuff like that. Union Jack won. I don't drink IPAs anymore, though. Patrick Bishop DM'd me yesterday because we were talking about the weed.
Sure.
He goes, what's your favorite strain? I was like, dude, I couldn't name.
Oh, wow. You haven't gone down that wormhole.
I was like, I couldn't name a strain.
Yeah.
I said, right now, I just inhale whatever my girlfriend has in the pen.
Yeah.
And then he said, the cartridges run a big variety. The lighter the liquid, the lighter the color, better terms of health, too. I found that Flav RX and Celio are the best 2 brands, and Brass Knuckles is the worst. Try Blue Dream or Green Crack next time if you have the choice. Those are my favorites. And I just said, I'll pass this along to Katie. She's my dealer, and screenshot it and sent it to Katie. So we'll see what happens there. But, yeah. How's
your family feel about the weed stuff?
My dad is old school, and he was like, you can't say that.
Right.
And then, like, that's how they knew. And they were all just like, oh, who are you getting high? I think if my friends in California who don't listen to the show found out, they'd be, like, blown away.
Yeah, they'd be shocked.
Yeah. Because it was years of me refusing.
Anti-weed guys. We didn't know how to smoke weed.
No, I just, in a social setting, it sucks. Like,
Right.
It sucks. Hey, let's come over and play beer pong. And then 1 game later, and then they're just sitting on the couch, just sitting there. It's like, well, this is 0 fun now, guys.
Right.
And 3 of you just snuck off and were real shady about it because you didn't want to share.
Right.
The opposite of drinking when we would buy like a bunch of beer and be like, hey, have one.
Right.
Weed's the opposite. And I was like, this is sketchy and sucks. But it's nice because I sleep better now.
Yeah. Love a good night's sleep.
Yeah. Say something. Say something.
Say something.
Shut up!
Just wanted to drop that on you. Haven't used that one yet.
It's tough. Do you want to hit another one? We calling it? We're about an hour, right?
Yeah, we're about an hour in. Another question? No, we got a lot of questions, though. When they run out, I'll ask for more. But we got a good amount, so I thank you. And let's
do this one quick. 12-20. What's your Super Bowl prediction?
That
was the exact reaction I wanted from you.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. My Super Bowl prediction that you guys better hold me to this. Is,
this is big.
Okay, my Super Bowl prediction is Patriots versus Saints.
Okay.
I actually wouldn't be interested in that, but
I've got something you can root for, Jim. Because it's a cool thing, but it's going to be abused as a bad story, but end of the day, it's still cool.
What's that?
Chargers Saints Because Phil Rivers and Drew Brees basically got traded like 15 years ago.
You think
So,
the
like,
Chargers are going to make the Super Bowl?
dude, they're actually good. I don't think Phil
Yeah,
Rivers
but
is good.
they're actually good. Has been the last decade of the Chargers.
Oh
and
yeah, I think it's been laughable.
they will. I mean, if the Chargers make the Super Bowl, I'll drink coffee through my eyeball.
All right, dude. Like, people are gonna think that's insane because people are like actually in on the Chargers this year. But I like that. Now I'm glad we did this.
And if you didn't hear, I said the word fake muttered under my breath. I will fake drink coffee. I mean, listen, I haven't paid attention to the Chargers season. I just know that the Chargers don't make the Super Bowl.
Okay. Coffee through your eye.
That's not something that the Chargers do.
I know it. And I was on that boat, but dude, I don't know if it's me getting older, if I've just lost my touch. I used to hate Phil Rivers. I don't hate him anymore. Like,
I'm the same as you. I used to think he was obnoxious. Now I like him.
Yeah, I don't want to say lovable loser, but like, it's kind of been the same thing for about 15 years now. He's up to like 9 kids. It's kind of fun.
The bolo tie?
I mean, I don't love that still. Like, that's
like
trying too hard, but
I like the bolo tie.
Okay.
That's where I've changed, where I've grown up a little bit. Is I used to hate when people acted weird. Like, I 100% hated it and like wore weird clothes. And now sometimes I'm like, well, they are performers, like they are entertainers. So like, be weird.
Sure. Knock yourself out. Get a bolo sponsor. Do you know Ellen was the first woman on Johnny Carson?
I didn't know that Ellen's world and Johnny Carson's world ever collided. That's
exactly. That was the biggest part. But yeah.
What the fuck? Johnny Carson didn't have a woman on his show for like 40 years? Sometimes he's
to do stand-up.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
That's still fucked.
But still, that's insane because you don't think of Ellen even in that world.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. I'd go check it out. You like it.
You got anything going on tonight?
Watch it with Katie. What is tonight's Thursday? No Thursday night football. Saw a cool Schefter tweet about that.
There's a bowl game.
There is a bowl game. I saw that. I don't know. Jim. My whole day is shot because my dog has been kidnapped from me.
That's tough. There's a bowl game. I'm probably not. I got to work on my Christmas video.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited about it. That's all.
Any spoilers? Any teasers?
Didn't I already read it a little bit?
Yeah, but not the video part.
Oh, I haven't done it at all. My grandma, I added a paragraph with my grandma, and I said, I think in the Christmas letter I wrote, Grandma went to Japan and searched for her husband. I think you told me that joke. I think you offered that joke to me.
I think I threw something along those lines.
Yeah,
I won't take full credit, but
Grandma went to Japan and searched for a boyfriend. And when I talked to my grandma, I said, "Do you want to hear what your paragraph is?" And she said, "No, I trust you." What is this? Oh, I have a website just auto played an ad for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was like, "I trust you," and I'm like, "Okay." I don't know if she's gonna like the boyfriend joke, but she trusts me.
Only one way to find out.
Yep. All right. That is the end of this episode of Jomboy and Jake Radio. Tomorrow, all Christmas, we're going to be talking about Christmas songs. We're going to be talking about Christmas movies. We're going to be talking about Christmas moments of our past, Christmas traditions of you guys. Teacher already called in with a Christmas story. If you've got a Christmas story, you want to be on the show and engage and talk with us, 908-845-5792. I'll tweet it out. We'll put it on the Instagram. Jomboy and Jake Radio. Go follow that on Instagram. Easy way to tag your friends and be like, these are the 2 losers I listen to every day. You know, I keep telling you about that new show I listen to. It's these guys. Follow them on Instagram. They'll ease you in, and then eventually you'll listen to the show.
Boom.
We're also going live every morning on YouTube, 9:15, if you want to watch live, because you want to see us and you can't wait for it to be dropped on the app. We got 4 people watching us right now, Jake.
How about that?
Hope they're entertained, but I think they just came in for the end. Here we go. See you guys. Have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Jake, last words?
Roll Tide.
Listen to the fireplace
So
roar.
really, I get to see
Beautiful, please don't hurry.
I wonder if anyone on the YouTube
Put
is
some records on while I pour.
in the chat. If you're watching and you're in the chat, we'll talk to you for a second
No
if you want.
cats to be had out there.
I wish I knew
Your
how
eyes are like starlight
to
now.
break this spell.
I'll take your hat, your hair looks
I
swell.
love say no, no,
My
no.
I put this song for a long time today.
My pride.
Really can't stay.
Baby, don't hold down. Baby,
Artie Cruz is in the chat, and he said that. Let me turn this off. He said he accidentally did the charged pen thing that I mentioned yesterday,
Oh.
and it turns his night around real quick. Yeah, that sucked. Hope this works. Please work. It worked. Had trouble with the drops yesterday. All right. Good show. All right, we're going to end it live. No one's in the chat, but there's people here. But go back to the beginning and watch it. Thanks for joining live. See ya.